dominant whenever he goes with this Rosalina, taking names like Beast pretty consistently over at that event. And this time it's the Rosa, and we saw, I mean, there was probably the Palu earlier. We saw the Rosa, we're seeing the Rosa, there was the Min Min and the Bayonetta. This is the typical ConCon experience. Let's just see if it is enough to get to Grand Finals up against Ram.
We have such a very peaceful, calm-loving song to go along with this.
Being friends.
Being friends. But here we go, man. I mean, it's kind of obvious what the game plan here for ConCon is. It's kind of just force the approach on Pink Cage. It's like, all right, I know I don't have to do anything because Luma doesn't work for me anyways. But, you know, 39% racked up. And Pink Cage really has not been able to touch, not even get past Luma. That's the first problem.
Yeah, just look at the Luma displacements that ConCon has been going for. Like these attack canceled dash attack. The attack canceled button coming out from Rosa puts Luma into the dash attack animation, so you're able to just force them forward on top of excellent Luma shot placement. As we got baby Luma, that's pretty rare. Oh, up smash. But Connor, well, despite showing off some pretty solid stuff early in this game, Pink Cage has been doing very good at minimizing the damage. For as much harassment as Luma has provided, bouncing back and forth, 81% isn't that terrible, but you do have to be careful with these landings. I think that's been the Achilles heel for Pink Cage all bracket. He's been a little bit too antsy to land with down air, and if you see Judge, that's when you know the Game & Watch is getting very antsy.
Yeah. And the problem here is that, you know, it's a very slow-paced game, and Game & Watch is known to just kind of go in or just be able to get a lot of things going in their favor. But now, without the Luma, this is their chance to capitalize and potentially, you know, rack up some damage. But ConCon does not mind playing, you know, the passive game, just waiting at the corner.
Ooh, and that back air could have done it, as Luma does respawn, but is unable to beat the Game & Watch back air. Oh, that was a really neat displacement, forcing Luma under the platform, but still, once the earlier Luma died, Pink Cage was just turned on the jets and made this game super even, attempting to call out from earlier as the down air hits through the platform.
Oh!
Speaking of down airs, Luma down air, exceptionally strong. Not a spike, but still way more powerful.
Yeah, Luma's still pretty active, even if Rosalina is nowhere in their sight. So that's good right there from ConCon, you know, realizing, all right, Pink Cage is right where I need him to be to at least get him in a bad situation. Instead, gets the stock, and now that is first blood going in favor of ConCon. But even then, I feel like Pink Cage, with more time, we've been seeing Luma not even be much of a factor. It's like, all right, I'm getting rid of this Luma immediately because obviously you're willingly able to just, you're just willing to throw her out with ease. So like, let me get rid of the Luma, and the moment that Luma is out of sight, I can get in on you.
Oh, gets a long jab. Not a ton of shield damage, though. You just got to pick your spot of when to roll, and Pink Cage chooses to roll away, not trying to hunt for a punish. Oh, Luma shot is so quick. Have to respect that jab. Going for a down-angled forward smash. Gets Luma out of the way, but you still got to deal with the Rosa.
Okay, and once again, Luma is out of the playfield, but it's only for, what, 10 seconds?
9 seconds.
9 seconds. Oh, hey!
Excuse me?
Oh, I know Rose is tall, but hey.
Yeah,
right.
Rosa's, it's kind of similar to Falcon, right? Falcon's backdash is like really bad. Same as Rosa, just because she's so big. She's like 7 feet tall. It's
yeah, it doesn't really help. Favor of Rosa right now, but even then, you know, already has a lot of damage racked up on Game & Watch. It's a very slow-paced game. I already mentioned this. We're already reaching 4 minutes, and ConCon just lost a stock.
Yeah, we are out here taking our time, playing the slow game. It's a slow burn and a slow day here in Fusion number 111.
Okay, but the damage is finally getting racked up. The juggle game coming up, and you know, I like the character choice from ConCon. You got to realize there is lack, if little to no, Rosalina mains here in Tri-State, or in general. I mean,
it's basically Dabuz, but Dabuz doesn't often come out to locals as frequently as even ConCon does, as there was the up smash I was looking for earlier, and it will cement Connor's position as with a huge stock lead. And I feel like these are the types of games that Connor just really excels in. He's able to slowly pick you apart, try some easy rinse-repeat pressure that he's able to execute so finely with Bayonetta. It's with the afterburner kicks. With Rosalina, it's proving to be some of these attack cancel Luma shots.
And the anti-airs coming out. Dude, everything is going in favor of ConCon, especially in this final stock. He even had a chance to punish and end the game there. But even then, you know, 98% tacked on. You already lost Luma for a few seconds. Don't worry, she's coming back real soon. But even then, I mean, Pinkage has a huge hill to climb, and it doesn't matter how long you juggle Rosalina. If you're not getting this stock, especially when we're reaching almost the 1:30 mark, yeah, you might as well just move on to game 2. You need the stock now.
Yeah, this is absolutely necessary. As rising there, the Luma shot will go pretty deep, but unable to get the down smash, and putting Luma in tumble forces another demise on the red Luma. 107 to 91, though. This time is really becoming a factor, as you mentioned, Gabe. It's getting tense on whether or not how ConCon wants to play to the clock whatsoever.
I thought he was just going to swing Luma and just end it. But, I mean, it really goes to show you both of these players that I feel like he could have had a better punish game. But both of these players are opting not to commit with something that could potentially get punished. So you're seeing a lot of, you know, I'd rather get away from you instead of try to go for an attack, just in case I end up putting myself in a situation where I probably shouldn't have been in. So, you know, we're reaching the 40 seconds, but I don't see this game going to time. I see this game ending real soon. Back throw, not going to be enough, but you know what? Rosalina has Game Watch right where they want him.
Yeah, it could even do something like a forward tilt and just about anything from Luma.
What?
That rising nair.
Okay,
there it is.
What?
Oh my god, the DI is so on point. Battlefield Blast Zones are coming in clutch as the runoff bear will do it. Rosa's light, but I guess Game & Watch is just a little bit lighter, especially with survival DI like Connor's. And there we have it, a slow burn game 1 as we were reaching down to 30 seconds. But it just goes to show like how ConCon can really exemplify this character, because every little interaction, whether it be a Luma trade, forcing Joey's World Tour, Pinkage, etc., to give up stage control in order to kill Luma.
Yeah.
Like those little victories added up slowly and surely to the massive lead we saw when there was 30 seconds left in the game. And that kind of war of attrition fed right into the Galaxy Queens alike.
Yeah. And even though like that game was almost down to 7 minutes and it went down to like such a passive playstyle, I feel like you know we got to see a lot of what to expect. You know, both these players were still able to capitalize a lot, especially ConCon using Luma and using Luma so well to just like get a lot of good punishes. And you know, it feels like Pinkage has a good idea of how to get in on ConCon. The problem is that the wall that is Luma that prevents Pinkage from being able to even like touch Rosa.
Yeah, it's just such a good like loop of that resource that is Luma. Just send it forward, coming back. It's a constant hitbox that could potentially even confirm into more. But speaking of confirms, there comes Joey's World Tour with so much damage off of these, all of this, everything. The juggles into the neutral air. We saw ConCon use that top platform amazingly earlier, and Pinkage answered in turn. Back to the Luma shot game we go. ConCon wants to be in these mid to full screen scenarios.
And it's so important that Luma is out of the picture, because that's when you've been seeing Pinkage excel the most, been able to keep it at least even though they're down in deficit. But ConCon, that Luma management, just pulling her back in, sending her out exactly at the right time.
Another one.
Everything is just going in favor of ConCon, and he realizes, all right, you know, the more attention that Pinkage has on Luma, the more chance I have to just get in and punish him. But now, Pinkage getting a little bit desperate, trying to go for the grab, may opt for the punish. It could be the stock, but not yet.
That forward air just doesn't do it, but the air dodge was used, and ConCon deciding to go out there and trying for the edge guard, looking to try and intercept. That's good play with Luma. But yeah, while Joey's World Tour may be focusing a little bit too hard on Luma, it does get removed so much of ConCon's kill power. Well, I mean, Rosalina doesn't have much in the way of crazy knockback besides with that up smash.
We're seeing a lot of Luma shots come out, and Pinkage immediately just going for the strong option to get rid of the Luma, which, you know, is not doing too much harm to ConCon, but it may be something that could backfire him as he goes for a judgment. It pushes him off the stage. He didn't get punished, but I mean, just
Yeah,
that whole interaction was got a little bit.
I think there was an
flat-flowing.
upbeat trade, which is why Luma ended up so high up. Back throw should do
Yeah,
it
no,
here.
100%. Yep.
Plenty of jabs to make sure of that no matter what the DI. And that was like 3.5 minutes off the clock, and we just dropped stock 1.
Oh my
This
God.
game may be going to a very, very long time to be sure, but that's perfectly fine for ConCon, who is ready, able, and willing to take the time they need in order to make sure Pink Cage can't get any momentum started. Because we saw what Pink Cage with momentum can do against Ram, against Yellow, and even against BD Bean and more. Trying to shut that down is ConCon and doing a fine job of it.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not aware of who ConCon is, I felt like there was a better punish game. But if you're not aware of who ConCon is, obviously he is not a one-trick pony. He has a lot of characters in his arsenal, and you're seeing it. It's bringing him this far, and it could punch his ticket into grand finals with the Rosalina, who's been putting in the work and forcing a lot of shields coming out from Game & Watch.
Yeah, these Luma jabs on shield have been just the perfect mix that ConCon has needed to give Pink Cage a hard time. Luma shot forward, but instead starbits at a distance and jabs forward instead of just immediate commit to the up smash as the up tilt comes out, almost closing out the stock. Luma's got some strong, they're not bones in that Luma, but strong whatever it is.
Yeah, you ever been hit by a star, man?
Can't say I have, and hopefully I don't end up that ends up happening.
Anyways, I mean, you know, ConCon doing a phenomenal job. The survivability and the factor coming in. This is do or die right now for Pink Cage, and we have not seen any aggression because both these players are playing pretty passively, and still living out is ConCon.
High recovery? Oh, wow. High attempt at damage and attempted to stock for Pink Cage, who's just looking for something as that. Yeah, it's put into tumble so that it was a confirmative dash attack instead of trying to wait for the tech chase. 42% at one. Man, like this is just everything that you want as Luma was prioritized yet again, and the forward tilt on the high recovery. Clean stuff from JoeysWorldTour. This is, it feels like it's judge or bust time right now because ConCon seems ready to go back to what ConCon did best in this prior game and prior in this game.
Well, we're seeing a lot more aggression finally coming out in favor of Pink Cage. Already tagging on 65. He tagged on 65 in like 30 seconds, and it took him like a whole 2 minutes to do that for the first stock. So, you know, we're seeing a little bit more of adaptation coming out from Pink Cage. It is doable.
Wow, crazy. The song looped. It's super doable. I mean, Pink Cage able to turn up to 73, and forcing Rosa into juggle situations is going to be ideal. Not with necessarily up air, but with Nair and up B are going to be super beneficial. But ConCon's not trying to get opened up, gets hit by an up air, and there is the neutral covering the platform. Wow, a down air, a challenge, and another one with that forward air. Has to recover with up B, but Luma isn't able to find the 2-frame.
Yeah, and Luma's really been the deciding factor in this game. It's just kind of like, all right, yeah, I'm killing off all your Lumas, but they just respond back like every few seconds. And now, ConCon with one big hit, if the Luma's able to get it, the high recovery finally coming out, and that's when it matters the most.
But he didn't commit to the up B. That could have been a huge interception from Pink Cage. Stuck on ledge here. Luma should be. There he is.
Pink Cage really needs the stock now. It's not a question of, all right, maybe in a few seconds. No. Get the stock out now and pray to the RNG gods, hopefully for a chance to get a judgment, but Luma is not going to make it easy whatsoever. Going to get the punish right there. Luma sending him in Rosalina's way, but nothing comes off. But the F tilt, you're going to get punished with the up smash.
Yeah, that's the Game & Watch matchup. Like we were talking about it a while before, and Pink Cage has just done such a good job over and over again. Like being able to circumvent some of the weaknesses of Game & Watch against Snake, against Fox, and more. But that was quintessential Game & Watch counterplay. Wait him out, have more range, get away from the up B out of shield. Don't let him get started off of reversals. And Pink Cage never found openings, and found openings for a lot of damage, but never found easy stocks on the Rosalina. That really was able to ConCon was able to shut him down with a smothering type of play style. See if they can keep that going with now 3 different characters in top 8. Can we see? No, we will not see the 4th different character, but it does cement the Min Min in here